Is it Wednesday? Happy hump day, everyone. Happy day before Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope everyone is having an excellent morning. I hope you all are feeling well. You're up, ready to get your day started. Did you say thank you? Did you tell the Lord thank you for waking you up this morning and getting you started? I did. I did. Um, I did my praise. I did my Bible reading this morning. Hey, Joshua Gabriel. Joshua, are we friends on TikTok? Yes, you are the first place winner and the first person to hit that like button. Thank you so much. But are we friends on TikTok, Joshua? Because I thought that was you on TikTok. I liked some videos. I think it's you. Good morning, Joshua. No? Oh, maybe it's another Joshua. Maybe it's another Joshua. Now that I think about it, looking at your profile pic, it's another Joshua. But because I followed him probably thinking that it was you. Joshua's not as popular of a name these days. So, it used to be very popular, Joshua. When I was growing up, everybody had that name Joshua. And Isaiah, what else? Yeah, but that name was, Josh was really popular. Yes, but I'm up. I'm up and not quite at 'em. I'm still in bed, y'all. I was like, let me say hi to the money getters. Let me see what's popping, what they got going on. I just took my Cornish hens down. I put them in the refrigerator so that they could start thawing out. Hopefully they'll thaw pretty well. I'm going to brine them anyway. And just by brine, I just mean put them in salt and water. I know some people put oranges and citrus and all these different seasonings to brine their chicken, but I just put my chicken in salt and with some warm water and let it soak. And that helps with all the bacteria and it adds a little flavor. And then I just wash my chicken off after that. But in this case, my Cornish hens. So yeah, that's all it's gonna be is that. And then I have some chuck roast that I'm gonna also cook tomorrow, so I need to take that out. But I'm not worried about that thawing out. It's not as big. The the Cornish hens are frozen solid, solid as a rock. So, and tonight I'm gonna prep my. I will make my dressing because that takes a lot longer. Um, so I'll be making the dressing today. I'll be making the macaroni and cheese today. I won't put it in the oven to finish, but I will start it. Um, my daughters was like, let's make peach cobbler instead of cake. So I don't know. I'm gonna probably make peach cobbler. I was gonna make a caramel cake, but a caramel cake takes a long time, and you got to stand at the stove for a good hour and a half to 2 hours to stir the caramel. I think I've done that before. I've done a video with the whole process of making a caramel cake. I think I posted that here probably a year or two ago. So you have to go to my Cooking with Charity playlist to see that video. But I love to make caramel cakes. I love them, but my kids say they're tired of them. Hey, what's good? You already know, Cena. I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna make some money. Money, 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 money. Hey, Sin and Sin. How are you doing this morning? I hope all is well with you and the hubby. Um, we talked last night, didn't we? Cena, you was on my chat last night, wasn't you? And so were you, Josh. I went to bed early. I went to bed early and then I woke up early. You need to make you some money. Yeah. Go to my I know you went to some of my playlists, my content for creation, my uh content creation for beginners playlist. I talk a lot about how you can make money. Hey Hatash. Ahmed, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. My family's cool. You're looking at my earlier lives. Yeah. I drop a lot of gems and all of those tips that I give, even right now, I just did a how to make money with affiliate marketing during the holidays. I just did a video. Yes, definitely. They all work. It's not just me blowing smoke up you guys. It's, hoo ha. Those are all tips that I've used myself to make money. I just got deposits from my book sales the other day. I got a notification saying that I had a direct deposit. I'm like, what is that? Because I always forget. And I think I had something from Facebook, and I also had something from my book sale. So whatever you're good at, whatever you can do, you can monetize it. You don't have to wait for Facebook or YouTube to monetize you. You know, it's not a lot because I haven't written a book in a long time. It's not a lot, but it's something. You know, I still make a you know I still make a cute little coin from my books, and I don't promote them anymore because they're older. I want to write another book. Hey, use that to your advantage. Whatever you're good at. Whatever you're good at, you can make it work for you. You just have to be consistent, be loud and proud with it, and just be you. Whatever it is, whatever it is, go ahead and do it. You know, some people get, they get it faster than others. But I'm gonna write another book as soon as I get, as soon as I get focused. Right now, I'm trying to make this holiday money. Hey, Yari, thanks for tuning in. How are you? So probably the beginning of the year, I may start doing that again. Thank you, Maru. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish getting this holiday money, and then probably at the beginning of the year, I'll start another book. I have some ideas that I've written down and that I actually got started on. So I'll probably uh, start fine tuning some of my ideas and brainstorming and see what I can come up with. I have a lot of ideas when it comes to writing books. I can write all day long, every day. So I'll start doing that in the new year. One, I want to come out around Mother's Day. It's a nonfiction book, and it's based on some things that I've been through, and I think that it would help people. Thank you so much, Cena. Hey, 601 Ashley. Long time, not long time, but you know what? You're always right on time. How are you doing today, hon? I hope you are doing well. I hope you guys are all doing well this holiday season. I know for some people it could be a little hard if you have loved ones that you have lost. I was going through my Facebook friends list the other day um, to invite some of my friends to a new group I created on Facebook. And when I tell you, it must have been like 10 people that passed away that's in my family and very close family friends. And I'm just like, wow. And it wasn't over a span of years. It's like very recent. So it was just crazy. And I was just like, wow. And I think it was probably 22. It took a lot for me to get over 2022 because that was the year that my children's father passed. Um, and then a couple of weeks later, my cousin passed. And then later on that year, my uncle passed. So that was like three people in my family practically. And then I think it was 21, three very close family friends passed. So it was just like a lot of funerals. It was a lot going on. And just that pandemic, I told my mom the other day, I said, that was a spiritual reawakening. Like so many people that you talk to, they lost three people or more in their family. So many people lost family, friends, or co-workers. It was a lot. So just sending my, love and light to anybody who is missing a mom or a father, especially a child or anybody who has lost a family member, and you're missing them this holiday season. So You know, they say it comes in threes. Yes, they do say that. Good morning, Dana. You're at work. You're at work, 601 Ashley. I hope you get tomorrow off. I always feel so bad for people who have to work on the holidays. I remember when I used to have to work every holiday, every weekend, when I worked for the probation department because those kids weren't going home, so you had to be there. If your shift was that holiday, then that's what it was. So I had many birthdays spent working, many of my children's birthdays spent working. We just had to kind of work around my job. You're used to working the holidays? Yeah, I did it for a long time. Fourth of July's, lots of Thanksgiving. It got to the point where I worked so many Thanksgivings that I stopped even caring about Thanksgiving dinner. I really did, like, because I was always at work. So I think that's what started me to where I didn't really care to eat Thanksgiving dinner. And for a long time, I wasn't cooking. And if my mom would cook, I wouldn't even eat a Thanksgiving plate because I had to go to work. And then by the time I got home or whatever, I would be too tired to eat. So it's just like, whatever. So, but these last couple of years, I've been cooking on Thanksgiving. I cooked last year, and I throw down. I do. I do throw down on Thanksgiving. And I would be throwing down today. I'm not even playing. I am not even playing. Sometimes I make ribs. This or I barbecue ribs or something like that. I did that one year. This year I'm not barbecuing. You know, like when you stand, like you know what? When you stand up all day, my job, I used to work 16-hour shifts. So you stand up all day working 16-hour shifts. Like yeah, that's how I normally lose weight without trying is when I work because I'm an eater. Okay, I don't miss any meals. I love to get my eat on for sure. But if I start you chewing your sleep, I've done that before. You know, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you just reach over for your snack and then you be half asleep. That's when food really get good. Now, and I woke up out of my sleep last night. I knew I needed to go to sleep, but I just kept waking up. So I was like, let me go get something to eat. I had nothing in my refrigerator to eat, which was bananas. Everything has to be cooked right now. So I went in there and I grabbed the rest of my vanilla bean Haagen-Dazs and I went to work on that. Why did I do that? Ugh, I didn't sleep good after that. But shoot, uh, yeah, like I was saying, I usually when I work a lot, I don't eat a lot because, a lot of me eating is probably just because I'm sitting all day or, don't have a lot going on. But when I work, even when I'm at home, going around, running around and stuff like that, I won't eat all day. But if I'm at home or if I'm working a lot and I'm sitting and working and being sedentary, then I eat a lot more. All right now. So yeah, I'm just chilling right now. Before I get up, I had to clean up my house yesterday, so I'm so happy. House is clean, carpet is clean, and I feel like I can get a good amount of my cooking done later on today. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm just gonna have a leisurely day. It's too late to eat when you get off. Yeah. Even you know what? Um, when I work like a regular 9 to 5, because before I retired, my hours changed from 16-hour shifts to 8-hour shifts. So I would still come home and eat, but I wouldn't be really hungry. I would only cook for my kids really, and so that I could, have a meal for the next day at work. But I wouldn't really be hungry. Like I could have my Starbucks in the morning, my lunch in the afternoon, and then I would be really full. By the time I got home from work, I would be cool. I didn't really need anything to eat. Uh, so yeah, that's all. Nothing much. What do you guys have going on today when you get off work, or are you gonna cook when you come home, Ashley, or are you just gonna eat with family tomorrow if you have the day off or whatever. Uh, if you were on my live last night, you know that my dad is coming over. My dad and my uncle, they'll be over. And then I'm supposed to go to my mom's also later on, so that's a lot. We were supposed to do a potluck. But and then they want to go to Walmart. They want to actually go into Walmart. I've been ordering stuff all week. I've been telling you guys about it. I hope you're saving money. Well, I got a $25 promo, so I had to use it to get me some new Beats headphones. I got them in pink. My daughter got me the pink peel, and my room is all pink. So I said I need my headphones to be pink. So my black Beats, I'll just give them to my youngest daughter, who swore she didn't want any. Oh, I don't want Beats. I don't want them. I don't want them. But every other minute, Mom, can I borrow your Beats? Can I borrow your Beats? And she has them more than I do. So I'm just going to give them to her, and she can have them. And I'll just have my pink ones. It'll be nighttime when you get to eat. Oh no. Hopefully somebody could bring you a plate. My mom has done that for me. She was like, well, we'll make you a plate. And I came home, like I had a 16-hour shift, but I had a break. So I would come home and get my plate and take it back with me to work. Good morning, Ann. How are you? Thank you for stopping by to say hi. I appreciate you. Hit my like button for me too before you head on off. But yeah, my mom will send me a plate. And I love my mom's dressing. Oh, and she makes like this chicken gizzard gravy for the dressing with eggs and stuff like that. And OMG, it is so good. I can't wait to make my dressing. Of course, I'll have to have her guide me through it. I gotta write her recipe down for her dressing and for her gizzard gravy. I have to write that down so that I have it. You're back. She's back. I keep saying I don't want to do the Starbucks thing anymore, but I'm hungry now. But I'm not gonna do Starbucks today. I'm not gonna do the chai tea anymore. I feel like I'm gaining weight from all that sugar. I'm gonna give it up. But I do feel like I need something this morning. But I'll be okay. Yeah, all right, guys. I'm just stopping by to say hi and see what you guys were up to. See if you guys were prepping your Thanksgiving dinner. Um, I got some pre-cut onions and celery, so I don't have to cut that up. It's pretty fresh, I think. It was too funny. See that? You pinching off of it. You know what? I saw somebody on Facebook and they said the first the first chicken sandwiches, and they had a chicken leg with hot sauce on it between some bread. And they said their moms used to make them that, and it would tide them over for Thanksgiving dinner. And so I took out my party wings, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna fry up these party wings because you know the kids can eat that while I'm cooking or whatever if they get hungry. And I got some Hawaiian rolls in there, so get you a couple of pieces of chicken in a Hawaiian roll, and sit down somewhere and be quiet. You know what I mean? And so when I get hungry, because I know my gritty self will get hungry, I could eat some of my party wings or whatever. And then they could just have those. I think you should always have like some fried chicken in the refrigerator so you can, pop it in the air fryer and crisp it up real quick. Or you should have something that like sandwiches, sandwich meat, cheese, and some chips. Or, so your kids can sit down and eat. We used to do that all the time. My kids are so bougie, they act like they can't eat like normal human beings. A sandwich with some chips was the move when I was growing up. I would fry me some If I was hungry and my mom didn't cook, I would go in the refrigerator so quick and get me some potatoes and cut them up, make me a plate of French fries. You know what I mean? I would do that all the time. I would cook whatever. These my kids act like if I don't cook, like they can't cook for themselves, and or most of the time, even if I cook, they'll act like if it has gravy or if it's a decent meal, they don't want it. Let it be Chick-fil-A. They wanted Chick-fil-A last night when we left my mom's, and that Chick-fil-A was so nasty. I used to like Chick-fil-A, but I had it last night, and I don't know why, but it just like, ugh, I couldn't even eat it. I got like some nuggets, and I got some macaroni and cheese. The macaroni and cheese wasn't too bad, but it was just too rich. I didn't want it. I just took a couple of bites. And I took a couple bites of the chicken nuggets, and I was just like, ugh. They don't know what they're missing at all. They don't know what they're missing. I used to love to get me a good ham sandwich, put some Doritos on that thing, ugh, with some Kool-Aid. That was the move. That was the move. A sandwich and some chips. Mm-mm. They need Subway. You know, they want some of everything. Like they have money, like they're working jobs or whatever. But they don't mind working for what they want, though. Um, they do not mind working for what they want, even if it means they have to work for me. Hmm. So yeah. Did you guys see that guy? I think his name is Andrew Wilson or something like that. It's all over TikTok. I may be saying his name completely wrong, but y'all, he's one of those red pill guys that talks about what woman what the ideal woman is, and he puts down women who have more than one baby daddy or single moms. He says they're washed up. And so basically, he's married to a woman who was married twice before him and who has three baby daddies. And so, so he was debating, he has a podcast or whatever. He was debating with this woman who is LGBTQ. She doesn't have any children or whatever. And so she said, well, your wife, the woman you're married to, has three baby daddies, and you know, she's been married twice before you. So, why are you bringing down other women? Hey, Rich, what's good? Happy holidays, bro. I miss you too. Where you been? I'm sitting over here yapping, yapping. But I was talking about, did you guys see that? I've been seeing it all around TikTok. This guy, he's, European American. He's one of those red pill types. He calls himself a Christian ethicist. Like he's the moral, like he is the moral majority, and he could tell people what morals are and what values they should have. But he sits there clowning women who have been married and who are divorced, or women who have children. He calls them washed up. And the whole entire time, he has a wife who is the antithesis of what he says a woman should be. And so it's going all over TikTok. Some men have come out and spoken against him. And of course, the women are just having a field day with it because no one knew that his own wife was, twice married before him. So he's her third marriage. And I think he's her third baby daddy. I mean, I'm not at all putting down the wife. This is no shade to the wife at all. I know some people will say, oh, she has three baby daddies or she's been married three times. People judge when you have more than one child's father. Work was super demanding this week, pulling morning and night shifts, making that money. That's all I hear is you're making that money. And school assignments. Yikes. Well, I don't envy you, but honey, it's all going to be greater later. It's all going to be worth it. when you see that paycheck, and once you get that degree, it's all going to be worth it in the end. You know, you'll get that satisfaction of knowing that you completed your goals, because that's what it's really all about, going to school, more so than it is about a career path or anything else. To me, going to school for me meant that I completed a goal that I've always wanted since I was a child. I always wanted to go to college. I always wanted a college degree. And a lot of people talk about school. Even I talk about school now. I'm always talking about, oh, I, I thought I was living the American dream, going to college, dot, dot, dot. And I feel like I was tricked. But not everybody has a degree. It's not easy. It's not easy to dedicate yourself to going to school. And I know I dedicated myself to going to school. I was a mom at the time, so it wasn't a walk in the park. And a lot of people are saying, "Dang, you're still in school," but I got my degree. And all those people who try to put me down because I was in college or whatever, years later, like in their 30s, in their 40s, they were still trying to get their degree because they wanted it too. I had somebody tell me, "Oh, men needs degrees for validation," because they didn't have their degree. Now they have up to a master's degree. So people still respect a college education and people still want it. And again, not putting those down who don't have it, but I'm just saying that's a lot to that's a huge goal to complete, and it's not an easy thing. So kudos to you. My week has been trying. I was talking about it last night. I feel a lot better. I didn't pray and read my Bible yesterday. I probably prayed, but I didn't read my Bible yesterday. This morning I did. I feel like when I'm just to myself, and it's crazy, but I feel like when I'm to myself and it's just me and my girls that live in the house with me, I feel like I'm fine. I feel like it's the outside noise of the world. I feel like I need a change, like I need a change of environment ASAP. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready to move away from where I live now and do something different. Because I'm tired of all the same old drama, the same old stuff with the same old people. It's like, you're not getting it. And I'm tired of going through it with y'all. If I tell you I don't want to hear something, I don't want to hear it. If I tell you I'm tired, I don't feel like, it's not that I'm weak even. It's not that I'm weak, like I can't hear stressful things. I don't want to hear stuff I can't do anything about. I don't want to gossip about people. I don't want to hear about somebody else's drama, especially when I'm not going through that stuff, right? If it's not somebody sick in the hospital or something like that, then I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear about grown-ups who are making poor decisions or grown-ups who don't got it together, I don't want to hear all that. I'm happy. I was telling God that the other day. I was like, God, thank you, because I'm just running around with my kids doing this content stuff and trying to keep my content up on Facebook and YouTube and different things like that. I was like, God, I'm just grateful that I'm able. Um, Monday, I went and did my final grocery shopping. What? Child, let me see something. Okay, my child got to get ready for her class. I almost forgot. Uh, but yeah, she probably won't go. She probably try not to go because figure her sisters are out this week, so should she. She should also be off. But it's not easy, but it kind of is. Like I guess I'm what they call an empath. I care a lot, and it just eats me up inside when I can't do something about what somebody is going through or where I can't change it. But I had to come to the resolve that I'm not God, and people have to learn their lessons in life. It's not that I'm hard edged, like I don't care what people are going through, because I do care. I care a lot about what people are going through. But if we've been down this road 1,000 times, if I've been down a road with you, I'm not one that wants to keep going down that road, especially since I know how taxing it can be for me mentally, right? So I don't want to go through changes like that with anybody. Not my children, nobody, not my family, not a man. I don't want to go through changes with people. And I don't feel like people should go through changes with me either. Like I said, if it's not something serious out of my control, and in that case, I'll probably go to God. I'm going to God. I'm not going to people. I'm going to God to talk to him about it. And we're going to work it out. And by the time somebody knows what I was going through, I already been through it. I already worked through it. Issue already happened. I already done talked to God. We good. So, I don't depend on these mortals for nothing. Right. We have to remember that the real blessing is being able to wake up and live another day. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, so look at how you're working hard. Like, you could easily say, you know what? I'm already working. I'm already working. You could easily not take on those extra hours. You could easily not still go to class. People have to push themselves a little bit more and do a little bit more to have the things that they want in life. It's like we could complain, we could sit on our butts, and we could envy others, but where is that going to get us? Nowhere. And these people are not going to give it to us. If anything, they want to take it away from us. They don't want to give us nothing. And I don't want to depend on them for it either. I want what's mine. I don't mind working for mine. But I also get that some people cannot, even though they want to. But I see people who are confined to a bed working. They're working right from bed, and they're millionaires right from their bed. They're working in tech right from their bed with anxiety, with autism. You know what I'm saying? People are working, missing limbs, paralyzed. So, no, there's no excuse. No excuse. No excuses. No excuses. Not for me, not for anybody. We got to get out there and get it. And if God woke us up, if he gave us use of our limbs, of our eyesight, of our ears, we got a lot to be thankful for. I know it's not always easy. I know sometimes we are lacking in some areas, you know. And this mom posted, and this I think it's been circulating around for a while. I don't think this is a new video, but today I saw it again. And she put her daughter in the car, and she got in the car, and she said, "This is our car." And her daughter just broke down because for 2 years they had been doing Ubers and riding buses and trying to get around the best that they could. And her daughter was right there with her mom. And so I cried because I was just like, I know what it is like as a mom to really go all out so that you can make do for your children. And, your kids, they're rooting for you and they want you to do well. And so for her daughter to cry like that, she was just so happy that her mom finally got a car for them. So nothing good will come from complaining. There are some in worse situations and don't have the luxury that we have. We are truly blessed. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can do anything you want to do within limits, so no pity here. Right. No, without limits. Like the only limits you have are the limits you place on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I've seen too many people who don't have the capabilities that I do. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. And I think give it time. Like we want it right now today. I know I'm like that. I want it. I want stuff right now, right today. But now that I was challenged like that with having to wait, now that I had to go through that, I can tell somebody else it will happen for you. You just got to put in the work and the effort and have faith. It will happen. It's not in your time, but it will happen. You don't have it anyway. You got to wait anyway. You're living anyway, so you might as well do something worthwhile, right? If you're waking up every day anyway, why complain about it if you're not rich today or If you didn't get the job today, why complain? Still keep going, still keep looking, still keep continue to put in those applications, and still continue to do what you got to do, because the reverse of that is not trying at all. Is not putting forth any effort at all. So yeah, but back to this Andrew guy. And as a single mom, you know, I think about things like that the way society treats single mothers, like we're just like washed up and like we're of no use, like we're undeserving of a good relationship, right? And then I also think of how we live in a patriarchal society where it's like what men say and what men approve of, and it's not really the way that women want it to be, right? Because I'm sure most women wouldn't choose to be single moms or be divorced, but the opposite of that is staying in a relationship that's not working out or that may be abusive. So, how is a woman no good because she left a situation that didn't benefit her or her children? I think those kind of thoughts or opinions cause women to stay in marriages far too long when they're not working out or when they're being abused. Like, oh, if you're divorced, and I've heard some women say that, oh, I don't want to get divorced. I don't want to, my children, I don't want to be a single mom. I don't want my children to grow up in a broken home. And their marriages are horrible. Horrible. It's better to be a single mother and be alone than to be with somebody who's abusing you, right? But when you constantly receive messaging that you shouldn't be single or whatever, or that you're worthless if you're single, then it's hard. It's already hard to leave a person if you love them, especially if you guys are sharing in paying for the bills and taking care of the kids. It's already hard to leave a situation like that. But when people demonize you for doing it and tell you you're worthless and you're not going to get another person, that makes it even harder. So that was just something that I was watching on the TikTok today. And I was thinking about having a live about that. Like, are baby mamas, are they worthless? Like this guy said, even though he married a baby mama with several baby daddies and several marriages. The hypocrisy of it all, right? God has given me everything I need and a lot of the things I want. Absolutely. 2025 has been good to me. 2024 was good to me, and I'm looking for 2026 to be even better. It keeps getting better and better. That's why I said, we can't really depend on humans to provide us with what we need or to tell us what's good for us. We got to listen to God and what He says. I was being told by my therapist, by close friends, by family, by my mama, not to leave my job. And that job was tearing me up. And I left it anyway. And I've been doing better and better ever since I left that job. And just imagine if I had tried to continue on going to this job and I was getting sick, you know? And God was telling me, you don't have to work this job. I got you. And it was a couple of months where I was like crying, like, God, I don't know. I don't know if you got me, God. And He was like, I got you. So I just kept on, and every thought that would come to me would be fruitful. Every time I would think of something, every ideal, I was just getting money from helping other people write books. I was writing books. I was helping people promote books at one time, making money from that. So I was just getting money in all different aspects, and a lot of different aspects. I was doing my content creation. I was getting money from that. I was doing affiliate marketing. I was getting money from that. So I was just getting money. I was just getting to the bag. Mommy was, mommy money getter was getting that bag. And, you know, I'm grateful that I can give that testimony because it's not about being, what's the word I want to use? It's not me being braggadocious. It's me just really saying it was scary. It was scary because I have these children, and you know, I kept everything I had with no paycheck for 2 years. I kept everything I had. I fed my kids to not go hungry or any of that. I made more money than if I was working. So, right, the home is already broken if the kids aren't at peace. And my whole thing is these men, the only way that we can't see their past is because they don't carry children, right? So men don't carry children. So it's like they feel that they could tell a woman what her worth is and her value is. And it's usually the insecure men, the inept men, the incomplete men, the men who don't even have the looks, don't have the money, don't have the self esteem to talk to anybody like that, let alone a woman. But they want a woman to be perfect. They want a woman to look perfect. They want a woman to have a perfect background, something that they can't even bring to the table. So that's what's just funny to me. Women, do you. Be happy. Don't let men tell you what you can have and what you can't have, because just like that same man putting down women who are single mothers, just like he still married a single mom, these men will marry you. If they want you, they will marry you. If they want you, they will take care of your children and you. And I think it's on the woman to, a woman actually has to validate the man. In all honesty, it's not the other way around. And that's what these men want, is for women to feel like they're the prize. But no, like, you're not a prize if you can't, if you think like somebody is not as good as you because of how they chose to live their life. People have challenges. People get divorced. People get divorced. More people get divorced than people stay together. It happens. It happens. That doesn't mean that that woman is a bad person. Same thing with a man. Just because he's not with his wife, or he chooses to leave, that doesn't make him a bad person. That just means that he couldn't handle the marriage for whatever reason. As long as he's taking care of his kids, as long as he, is a stand-up father, that's what counts to me. Um, I wouldn't look at a man and say, "Oh, you have children." So, I mean, especially since I'm a single mom. "Oh, you're a single dad. I don't want nothing to do with you." That's crazy. You can be missing out on the opportunity to be with someone who you really love and be around children who you can really make a difference in their lives. Continue to let that money and be great in all that you do. You're finding any way possible to provide for your family. Well, not anyway, Rich. I won't do anything. I won't do anything. I'll do a lot, but not anything. I won't do anything for money. I won't. I just want to do what I want to do for money. That's the season of life that I'm in. I want to do what I want to do and make money doing what I enjoy and what I love. For me, that's success right now. Being able to do what I want and make a career out of it and get some money from it. I don't really see myself working for somebody else again. And because of my retirement, I don't have to. But my retirement is not enough. I need more money than that. So I am doing other things. But um, if I didn't want to work, I don't have to either. I could just sit around doing nothing. But I like nice things. I like being able to spend money and shop. So I gotta work still in other areas. And this time around, first time around, I chose a career that was, in my mind, stable, that would assist me in being a provider for my family. This time around, I want to do something more creative. And that's what I tell my children. That's what I tell everybody. That's what I tell everybody, Rich. Like, make sure the career path that you choose, make sure it's something that you will enjoy. So when you go to work, it doesn't feel like work. Make sure It's not just about a job and making money. Make sure that it's something that you really enjoy doing, even if you don't make a lot of money doing it, because happiness and work life balance, it goes a long way. It really does. I know that's right, Cena. You are the prize. I think men and women are the prize, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing. It's not like one is better than the other. The words that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So if he finds a good wife that he could provide for and that will take care of him, then they're a match made in heaven. One person can't come into the relationship feeling like, oh, you should be happy you got me, or you should be, you should feel like you won, or no, like you do you and I'm gonna do me and we're gonna do each other. Ain't no, oh, I should be happy to have you. No, we should be happy that we found each other and that we can love each other and be there for each other and love on each other. That's it. I say if you do it for free, you may as well get paid. Right, 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 Cena. Um, Especially if you enjoy it. If you enjoy something and you're good at it, find a way to monetize it. Even on here, like a lot of us are on social media, a lot of us are slowly building our platforms, and it doesn't take, and people say, well, I don't have 1 million followers or I don't have 10,000 followers. It starts at the grassroots level, at the very bottom. When someone is becoming a politician, right, they start at the grassroots level, they start at their community, then they work their way up before they can become a senator or a congressman or even run for president. That's how it usually works. Like you start um, within your community, you become a mayor, then maybe from being a mayor, you become a senator or a governor or something like that, and then you expand from there. That's how it works. You got to put in that grunt work and that time on social media. You just got to get out and talk to people and kiss babies. So people get to know you and they see what you're all about. And then it's not like you want to try to sell something to people, but if you have that something that people would would like to learn more about, or you can help them with some type of information that can help them grow in some way, they love that too. And because you built that trust in that community, and like I said, it doesn't have to be thousands of people. Once you build your community, it could be a couple hundred people. You know what I'm saying? Then that's valuable. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Continue to build my community and share my ideals and also help people. Like if you need something and you think I know it, don't hesitate to ask me, hey, MMG, you think you can help me with this? Or how did you do that? Or I noticed this. Ask me, ask away. I'm not a gatekeeper. I will tell you. I will tell you. I love to tell people things that can help them, especially if they support me. I'll support you right back. That's not hurting me to tell you information. Definitely got to crawl before you walk. Yeah, as long as you reach out to at least one person that anyone should feel accomplished, the others will come around it. Right. Um, I feel like, uh, it's easy to do things a certain way and then, then a lot of people will come listen, but they're not really supporting. They're just only listening to what you're saying about one topic. I don't, that's cool too, but what about when I don't want to talk about that? What about when, um, I'm going in a different direction? I want the supporters that's rocking with me no matter what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. They're still rocking with me. I value those supporters. I'm cool with people visiting my channel and, when I'm talking about a topic that is more interesting to to a broader audience. But I also really really value those people who, no matter what MMG is talking about, even if it's a replay, they're watching it all the way through. I really appreciate those people who come back and be like, oh, she was on, I missed her live. Let me watch it all the way through. I appreciate that. So, right, right, right. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. And if you guys don't have any more, I think I'm going to head out and get my day started. Find me something to eat. And then figure out how to use my new Ninja Slushy. Do you guys have a Ninja Slushy? I hear you could just pour anything in it and then it turn into a slush. So we're gonna use that. I also got some cups from Amazon with the lids and the straw. So when we make our slushies, we can have those. So we'll probably fire up the Ninja Slushy later, and I'll show you guys how it works. So if you don't have one, stay tuned for that. See you guys later. Much love, much respect. God bless.